Imagine waking up one day and feeling like your whole world has been turned upside down. That's exactly what happens when you go through a spiritual separation. It's like someone pressed a reset button on your life, and suddenly, everything you thought you knew is changing. This separation isn't just about being apart from someone. It's about a deep, soul-shaking experience that can leave you feeling lost, confused, and maybe even a little scared. But here's the thing. This shake-up, as tough as it is, might just be the best thing that's ever happened to you. Think about it. Have you ever felt stuck in your life, like you're just going through the motions day after day? Maybe you've been in a relationship that wasn't quite right, or you've been living a life that doesn't really feel like it belongs to you. This separation, this big change, it's like a cosmic alarm clock going off. It's the universe's way of saying, hey, wake up. It's time for something new. And let me tell you, when the universe decides it's time for you to wake up, it doesn't just give you a gentle nudge. No, it's more like a bucket of ice-cold water being dumped on your head while you're still in bed. But don't worry. This wake-up call, as shocking as it might be, is actually a good thing. It's the start of an amazing journey. A journey that's going to change you in ways you never thought possible. It's going to push you, challenge you, and yes, it might even hurt sometimes. But on the other side of all that, that's where the magic happens. That's where you find a version of yourself that's stronger, wiser, and more in tune with who you really are. Now let's talk about this wake-up call. It's not your regular everyday kind of wake-up call. This is your soul's alarm clock, and when it goes off, there's no hitting the snooze button. This separation, whatever form it takes in your life, is like a big, flashing neon sign from the universe. It's saying, hey you, yes, you, it's time to pay attention. Maybe you've been feeling restless for a while, like there's an itch you can't scratch or a whisper in your ear that you can't quite make out. That's your soul trying to get your attention. But sometimes we're too busy, too distracted, or maybe even too scared to listen. So what does the universe do? It cranks up the volume. And that's where this separation comes in. This separation, it's not just about being apart from someone or something. It's about being separated from the old you. The you that was maybe playing small, or living someone else's dream, or just going along with what everyone else thought you should do. This separation is creating space. Space for a new you to emerge. Space for growth. Space for transformation. And let me tell you, this space, it can feel pretty uncomfortable at first. It might feel like you're lost in a big empty room with no doors or windows. But here's the secret. That emptiness is actually full of potential. It's like a blank canvas just waiting for you to paint your new life on it. And the best part? You get to choose the colors, the brushes, and the design. This is your masterpiece we're talking about here. Okay, so we've talked about the wake-up call and the space it creates. Now, let's get real about what this feels like. Because let's face it, going through this kind of separation and transformation isn't always a walk in the park. It's more like your own personal earthquake. Picture this. You're going about your life. Everything seems normal. Maybe not perfect, but normal. You've got your routines, your relationships, your way of seeing the world. And then, boom! This separation hits. Suddenly, The ground beneath your feet starts to shake. Everything you thought was solid and stable starts to crumble. Your relationships might change. Your beliefs might be challenged. The way you see yourself and the world around you, that's changing too. It can feel scary. It can feel overwhelming. You might find yourself thinking, what's happening to me? Why is everything falling apart? But here's the thing to remember. Earthquakes don't just destroy. They also create. They reshape the landscape. They form new mountains and valleys. And that's exactly what's happening to you. This personal earthquake, this massive shakeup in your life, it's not happening to destroy you. It's happening to reshape you, to help you become the person you were always meant to be. It's breaking down the old structures in your life that weren't serving you anymore. It's making space for new growth, new experiences, new ways of being. And yes, it might feel like everything is falling apart right now. But trust me, it's all falling into place. This separation, this transformation, it's like the universe is playing a giant game of Jenga with your life. It's pulling out all the wobbly, unstable pieces, the relationships that weren't right, the beliefs that were holding you back, the parts of yourself that you've outgrown. And sure, for a while, it might feel like everything's going to come crashing down. But once all those old, unstable pieces are gone, that's when you get to rebuild. And this time, you get to build something stronger, something that truly fits who you are and who you want to be. So if you're in the middle of this earthquake right now, if you're feeling shaken up and unsure, know this, you're not alone. This is a natural part of the journey. It's the beginning of something amazing. Yes, it's intense. Yes, it can be scary. But it's also exciting. Because on the other side of this earthquake, there's a whole new landscape waiting for you to explore. A landscape filled with new possibilities, new discoveries, and a version of yourself that you haven't even met yet. This separation, this transformation, it's not just changing your life. It's changing you. It's peeling away all the layers of who you thought you were supposed to be and revealing who you really are underneath. It's like you've been wearing a costume your whole life, and now, finally, you get to take it off and see your true self. And let me tell you, your true self, it's pretty amazing. It's stronger than you think. It's wiser than you know. And it's been waiting for this moment, this wake-up call, this chance to finally step into the spotlight. So yes, this separation has triggered something big. It's triggered a rude awakening, a shocking transformation. But it's also triggered the start of the most exciting journey of your life, the journey to becoming who you really are. And trust me, that's a journey worth taking. The hidden blessings. You know that saying, every cloud has a silver lining? Well, this separation, this big shake-up in your life, it's not just a cloud. It's more like a full-on thunderstorm. But here's the thing. Even in the darkest storm, there's always light if you know where to look. And that's what we're going to talk about now. The hidden blessings in this challenging time. First off, let's talk about clarity. When you're going through a separation like this, it's like someone turned on all the lights in a dark room. Suddenly you can see everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You start to see your relationships more clearly. You see yourself more clearly. And you know what? That clarity, even though it might be uncomfortable at first, is a gift. Maybe you're starting to see patterns in your life that you never noticed before. Maybe you're realizing that some of the people or things you thought were so important, well, maybe they're not as important as you thought. Or maybe you're discovering strengths in yourself that you never knew you had. That's the gift of clarity, and it's one of the biggest blessings of this whole experience. Next up, let's talk about growth. You know how they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger? Well, this separation, this transformation, it's like a spiritual gym workout for your soul. Sure, it might feel tough while you're going through it. You might feel sore. You might feel stretched. You might even feel like you're being pushed to your limits. But just like a good workout leaves you stronger, this experience is making your spirit stronger. You're learning to stand on your own 2 feet. You're learning to trust yourself. You're learning what you're really made of. And let me tell you, you're made of some pretty tough stuff. This growth, this strength you're developing, it's going to serve you for the rest of your life. Now let's dive into the real meat of this transformation, the changes you're going through. Because make no mistake, this separation isn't just changing your circumstances. It's changing you right down to your core. And that change, it's powerful stuff. Think about a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. That caterpillar doesn't just grow wings and fly away. No, it goes through a complete transformation. It breaks down completely in its cocoon before rebuilding itself into something new, something beautiful. That's what's happening to you right now. You might feel like you don't recognize yourself anymore. Maybe you're doing things you never thought you'd do. Maybe you're thinking thoughts you never thought you'd think. Maybe you're dreaming dreams you never dared to dream before. That's the power of this change. It's not just changing what you do. It's changing who you are. Maybe you've always been a people pleaser, always putting everyone else first. And now, suddenly, you're learning to say no. You're learning to put yourself first sometimes. Or maybe you've always played it safe, always stayed in your comfort zone. And now, you're taking risks. You're trying new things. You're stepping out into the unknown. These changes, they might feel scary, they might feel strange, but they're also exciting. They're liberating. They're opening up a whole new world of possibilities for you. You're not just changing, you're evolving. You're becoming a truer, more authentic version of yourself. So, we've talked about the blessings, we've talked about the changes. Now let's talk about how to make the most of this journey. Because that's what this is, a journey. And like any journey, it's not just about the destination, it's about how you travel. First things first, be kind to yourself. This journey isn't always going to be easy. There will be days when you feel on top of the world, like you can conquer anything. And there will be days when you feel lost, confused, maybe even a little scared. Both of these are okay. Both of these are normal. The key is to be gentle with yourself through all of it. Treat yourself like you would treat your best friend going through a tough time. Give yourself pep talks. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small they might seem. And when things get tough, that's when you need to be extra kind to yourself. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself that this is all part of the process. You're doing great, even when it doesn't feel like it. Next, embrace the unknown. I know. The unknown can be scary. We humans, we like our routines. We like knowing what's coming next. But here's the thing. Real growth, real transformation, it happens when we step out of our comfort zones. So instead of trying to control everything, try to get comfortable with not knowing. Think of it like this. Your life right now is like a book where you don't know what's going to happen next, and that's exciting. Each day is a new page full of possibilities. Maybe today's the day you discover a new passion. Maybe today's the day you meet someone who changes your life. Maybe today's the day you finally figure out that thing that's been bugging you. The point is, you don't know. And that's okay. That's more than okay. That's where the magic happens. Lastly, trust the process. This journey you're on, it's not random. It's not pointless. Even when it feels chaotic, even when it feels like nothing makes sense, there's a purpose to it all. You're being shaped, molded, transformed into the person you're meant to be. Think about a diamond. Before it's a beautiful, sparkling gem, it's just a plain old piece of carbon. It needs heat, it needs pressure, it needs time to become something precious. That's what's happening to you right now. This separation, this transformation, it's the heat and pressure that's turning you into a diamond. So trust it. Trust that even when things feel tough, you're exactly where you need to be. Trust that every challenge is teaching you something valuable. Trust that every setback is setting you up for a comeback. Trust that this journey, as difficult as it might be sometimes, is leading you somewhere amazing. Remember, you're not just going through something, you're growing through something. This separation, this transformation, it's not happening to you. It's happening for you. It's your chance to shed your old skin, to step into your power, to become the person you were always meant to be. So embrace it, all of it, the good days and the bad days, the clarity and the confusion, the joy and the pain. It's all part of your story. It's all shaping you, molding you, transforming you into something beautiful, something powerful, something uniquely, authentically you. Let's face it, going through a big life change like this isn't always smooth sailing. It's more like navigating through a storm. There will be waves, there will be wind, and sometimes you might feel like you're about to capsize. But don't worry, I've got some life rafts for you. Here are some practical tips to help you weather this storm and come out stronger on the other side. First up, take care of yourself. And I mean really take care of yourself. This isn't just about bubble baths and face masks, although those are nice too. This is about treating your body, mind, and soul with the love and respect they deserve. Make sure you're eating well. Your body needs good fuel to handle all this change. Get enough sleep. Your mind needs rest to process everything that's happening. And move your body. Exercise isn't just good for your physical health. It's a great way to clear your head and boost your mood. Next, find your tribe. You know the saying, "It takes a village"? Well, it takes a village to get through a big life transformation too. Surround yourself with people who support you, who lift you up, who believe in you even when you're struggling to believe in yourself. These could be friends, family, a support group, or even a therapist. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help when you need it. Remember, seeking support isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength and self-awareness. Lastly, practice mindfulness. I know, mindfulness is such a buzzword these days. But there's a reason for that. It really works. Taking time each day to quiet your mind, to be present in the moment can make a world of difference when you're going through a big change. It doesn't have to be complicated. Even just 5 minutes of deep breathing or meditation can help center you and give you the strength to face whatever challenges come your way. Now let's talk about something that's a big part of any transformation: fear. Because let's be honest, change can be scary. The unknown can be scary. Becoming a new version of yourself, that can be downright terrifying. But here's the thing: fear doesn't have to stop you. In fact, if you learn to work with it, fear can actually help you grow. First, let's normalize fear. If you're feeling scared right now, guess what? That's completely normal. It doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It just means you're human. So take a deep breath and give yourself permission to feel scared. It's okay. But here's where it gets interesting. What if, instead of trying to get rid of your fear, you got curious about it? What if you asked your fear what it's trying to tell you? Because often our fears have important messages for us. Maybe your fear is pointing out areas where you need to grow. Maybe it's highlighting things that are really important to you. Maybe it's trying to protect you from repeating past mistakes. So the next time you feel afraid, try this. Take a deep breath and ask your fear, what are you trying to tell me? You might be surprised at what you learn. And remember this: courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is feeling the fear and doing it anyway. Every time you face a fear, every time you step out of your comfort zone despite feeling scared, you're building your courage muscle. You're proving to yourself that you're stronger than you think. Now, we've come to the most exciting part of this whole journey, the new you that's emerging from all of this change. Because make no mistake, you are changing. This separation, this transformation, it's like a cocoon. And you're the butterfly that's about to emerge. So who is this new you? Well, that's the exciting part. You get to decide. This is your chance to redefine yourself, to shed the parts of you that no longer fit, and to embrace the person you've always wanted to be. Maybe you're discovering that you're stronger than you ever knew. Maybe you're finding a voice you didn't know you had. Maybe you're uncovering passions and dreams that have been buried for years. Whatever it is, embrace it. This is your time to shine. But here's the thing. Becoming this new version of yourself isn't always easy. It can feel strange, uncomfortable, even a little scary. You might find yourself thinking, is this really me? And that's okay. That's normal. Growing pains are real, and they don't just happen to your body. They happen to your spirit too. So be patient with yourself. This new you, it's like a new pair of shoes. It might feel a bit stiff and uncomfortable at first, but the more you wear it, the more you live it, the more comfortable it becomes. Soon it'll feel like it was always a part of you. And remember this: you're not becoming a completely different person. You're becoming more you, more authentic, more aligned with your true self. All those experiences you've had, all those lessons you've learned, they're not disappearing. They're becoming the foundation for this new, improved version of you. As we wrap up this journey through separation and transformation, I want you to remember one thing. You've got this. This separation, as difficult as it might be, is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter filled with growth, with discovery, with transformation. Yes, there will be challenges. Yes, there will be moments when you feel lost or scared or unsure, but there will also be moments of incredible joy, of deep insight, of breathtaking beauty. This is your hero's journey, and you are the hero. So embrace this transformation. Lean into the changes, trust the process, and most importantly, believe in yourself. Because you are stronger than you know, braver than you believe, and more capable than you can even imagine. This separation has indeed triggered something beyond belief, a rude awakening, a shocking transformation. But it's also triggered the emergence of the real you, the authentic you, the powerful you. So step into your power, embrace your journey, and get ready for the most exciting adventure of your life, the adventure of becoming truly, authentically, magnificently you.